everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I have some things I wanted to talk about for a second. I just put on lipstick, and I just wanted to tell you guys that it's a lot of corruption going on in Santa Maria. They tried to make an example out of me, and it was no example of something that's corrupt and were filled with lies and corruption. So I'm going to keep filming about them because what they did to me was dead wrong. So let me read from the prompter of what I have to say about what happened, because it's not misinformation if it happened in my life. So this goes out to Congressman Salud Carbajal and Gavin Newsome. So I'm going to read from the prompter. Give me just a second to move this out the way. I'm going to read from the beginning, okay? Hello, and welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I'm so happy that I'm able to tell my story. No, this isn't about politics, but politics is always intertwined with everything that I do. And I ran for U.S. Senate in the state of California, so I have some credibility about who I am. So I try not to get intertwined with politics because there's a thin line that we must stay by and stick by in order to proceed with talking on the Facebook platforms that I'm on. So I am very disappointed, Donald Trump, with the state of California and who is governor. He is raping the small people pockets. He is doing absolutely nothing for the small people in the state of California. You know, the people that tries to get out of poverty, the people that have to pick strawberries and their jaw fall clean off because of the chemicals of the strawberry fields, which Nancy Pelosi told Ron DeSantis to do to his illegal immigrants coming in. I mean, they want to work the crap out of them. They don't know. And the women that has children, they have to endure the abuse of possibly their husbands. It's just not right. How dare you stick them with strawberry picking? How dare you? So it gets deeper. I have proof that they all tried to discredit me. Now, both judges that are on the bench were appointed by Gavin Newsome. Gavin Newsome is a governor, the governor of California. Both judges that I have went through was a part of Gavin Newsome. He appointed them. They were purposefully put there to nitpick at all my insecurities. Like, let me tell you what I mean. I walked into court. The first time he wasn't there. I walked into court again. The second time he was there, but he said that was the wrong name. I didn't even get a chance to dig into it, but all of this is planted. All of this is corroborating. But to get to the point, the second judge that sat up there and was presiding over me, sat up there and knew how to pick my buttons. She's been appointed by Gavin Newsome. Every judge that come across the border of California knows who Gavin Newsome is. He individually selects certain Democratic judges that will form with his Democratic Party. Don't get me wrong, I like Democrats, but I'd rather live in this red state than a Democratic because it's a dictatorship. It's a dictatorship where you are not in control. It's one person in control. Hey, Gavin Newsome, where is my stimulus from when I sat up there and had my, I put in for a stimulus. I never got my $500 and I never got my $1,500. That was dead wrong. Congressman Carbajal, you were wrong. You specifically told the Good Samaritan to make sure I was not there, so when you came in, you wouldn't look bad, which you already do, because I see the population that don't like you. You do nothing. You do nothing for the community. Now California as a whole has tried to discredit my name because I ran for U.S. Senator. Now, the only thing I ever said about Gavin Newsome is that his daughters go, just like Obama's daughters, President Obama went to hybrid schools. Hybrid. Imagine how smart your child would be out there if you went to a hybrid school where you were able to go inside and go virtually. But here's the thing, Obama's school cost, his daughters cost $100,000, $120,000 a pop a month for two daughters, right? He sat up there and he paid $120,000. We don't even see that money in a year. $120,000. Imagine what he's paying for his hybrid virtual in school not non-traditional school. I will never bow down to anybody that has never been through a situation of homelessness or close to it, close to learning about budgeting their money. 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, I don't have nothing to say to anybody, because there are some good people that's young adults that deserve his spot as governor, that is Mexican, that 20, 30 years down the road will be taking his place. But here's the thing to all those young people out there that don't understand. He's going to try to put his daughters in his position, just like Nancy Pelosi has her daughter, her Democratic daughter, coming in as trying to be House Speaker. So imagine somebody that went just to a hybrid school trying to take care of poverty-related issues. You know nothing about poverty. You sit up there in your high-class home around FBI agents, Secret Service, and you got people like me that have 5 Hispanic men with guns and flashlights coming towards me. What is her name? Because I just sat up there, hold on. I just sat up there and wrote Donald Trump. Feinstein Diane. Let me tell you about Miss Feinstein Diane, Donald Trump. She's a part of this whole thing. She helps with ICE. She helps with immigration. She helps with urban development. And she knew who I was. She helps with everything related to what I've been going through. So you got 2 judges appointed by Gavin Newsome. You got all of those Democratic people in Santa Maria. I'm not taking no orders for no woman that's 30 years old trying to tell me what to do, and they have no visual feelings for what's going on in the real community. Welcome to the real world. Teach your children better. Stop sheltering them, because if they meet a true homeless person, they will never be able to relate. Speaking of relating, you knew that the judge was going to grill me and make me feel uncomfortable. I've written out to 4 congressmen, 2 senators, and the VA Tort Law Claim Office. And I'm reaching out to the president again, because I truly believe he knows who I am by now. I am a proud veteran with an honorable discharge. And I have a question for you. Where is my stimulus money? Where was my stimulus money? I never got it. Never want to see it from you ever again. Never. Because for the rich, you squeeze as much as you can out of me. And now I'm here and I tell you, y'all all are being investigated, even the FBI, for not helping me. And I'm planning on suing the FBI by 2024. Just like the other girl did. They allowed that molestation. They allowed her coach, their coach. It was many girls on a sports team. Simone Biles. She was on a sports team and had to sue the FBI for overlooking everything that they did. They were being wrongfully taught things that were wrong. Nothing may happen, but now you all are on the radar like y'all had me on the radar for no apparent reason. All I wanted to do was help y'all community, and y'all just sat up there and treated me like crap because of my inventions that I had. It was too much to sit up there and talk about a time machine. When people talk about time machines, they like, oh, it can't be done. When people talk about, different things to create a smarter drug, such as the love drug that's FDA approved, or a drug to make your hair grow, outside of the box ideas, artificial intelligence hair, that's too much for Santa Maria. That was too much for them. I feared for my life while I was in Santa Maria and now. You want to know why? Because the Gavin Newsome, the judge he appointed, both of the judges, they sat up there and gave me a restraining order illegally. Once again, this is illegally. He had no grounds to put a restraining, and I can speak my mind. As long as I'm not threatening, as long as I'm telling the truth, it's under. And speaking of that, my landlord, how cruddy are you? You sat up there and told my neighbor that I had a restraining order against, and it's foul where I was going and what I'm doing, and that you plan on putting charges out on me. All of y'all orchestrated this crap. All of y'all. Y'all are sick people. So my landlord told my neighbor, which my neighbor's dumb said under oath. She's not dumb. Let me scratch that. She said under oath that the neighbor, the landlord, told her, which is recorded now, So it's nothing I'm saying out of the ordinary. She told the judge, the Democratic judge, that my landlord said that they were filing charges against me. My house was abandoned. I'm on Now TV. Who tells somebody that you're trying to file a restraining order any type of information? When I was trying to get information about my restraining order, my landlord sat up there and wouldn't give me any. But guess what? She's Mexican. They're Mexican. They stick together. So, that is against the law. That is against the law. And she said, talk about another neighbor, yet she said not to talk about another neighbor, yet she did it anyway. She did it anyway. I have no gun, no weapon, no nothing. And it's all because of these appointed judges through Gavin Newsome. They know that they know more people than me. They know my record, and they still gave me a restraining order. They made me look like a fool. And it's not right. I will not go for something that is wrong. I will go, if I was wrong, I would sit up there and honestly be like, hey, look, I'm wrong. Let me tell y'all why I was wrong. Let me break it down for you why I was wrong. But I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. So what do you do when you're not wrong? Is my word once again against them? Gavin Newsome had this whole thing planned. I am coming back to California one day, but I'm not staying unless there's a new governor. And I'll be established, and it won't be Santa Maria. Santa Maria need to be rebuilt and change the whole system of the government system. It needs to be changed. You have homeless people out on the street in a small city. I'm not talking about the city I'm in. I'm talking about a small city. It could be very well contained. You got mass murderers coming in by the boatloads. I'm going to change Santa Maria one person at a time. If I got to get everybody fired and a new round of people rehired, then we'll do it. The camera in the courthouse shows how them women talked about me. The camera from the courtroom shows how the judge treated me. The camera from the police cams, the voice recordings, the laughing, all recorded. Not only by y'all cameras, but by God. So Donald Trump, federal tort law claim, investigate this monstrosity. Thank you.